ThaGuyXii.
Hey man, welcome back to my channel and whatnot. Uh, it only been like probably like 12 days, and niggas are showing me why I don't take this YouTube shit serious, bro. Like, you niggas need to like understand and recognize and realize that a lot of things happen. Nigga, I am human. I can't just keep constantly cranking out content. Shit happens. I got sick like 3 times back to back, on top of the shit that I'm already dealing with mentally. So like, so it's just none of y'all business. It's some family shit. But there is a reason I'm not posting. Like that shit get kind of mighty annoying. See, normally I leave messages and shit to the later end of videos, but niggas don't even get that far in videos, but they complaining about getting videos. Like most of these niggas, they ain't even watch the complete fucking video, start to end, but they tell you that they want more content. And I find that fucking laughable. But for the niggas who patient, you know what I'm saying, niggas who pop through the streams and shit, you know what I'm saying, for the things that I do besides this shit, I appreciate y'all niggas. Y'all niggas know who y'all are, you know what I'm saying, type shit. Make sure y'all join the Discord. Go to my about section. You know what I'm saying? It's a new link, so that motherfucker's up and running. It's been running smoothly, so niggas can join the Discord now. You know, we had a purge, so there's not too many niggas. You get in now, you might get a mod tag. You might get a mod tag. A nigga might pick you up, claim you, and bring you into their group, because there's all different. Like we have different groups for different niggas. So you might get picked up, you know what I'm saying? You might become a mod. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Right now we need those. So join the Discord. That's enough bullshit and self-promoting. I'ma just start where I left off. And where I left off, we was talking about how this nigga Hiruzen taking on Ray as his pupil, as his last student. Right? And you know, that situation is something that spreads really quickly, because you know what I'm saying, like niggas from other villages and from all over the world, Hiruzen was a fucking problem. Like even in his old ass age, niggas was still scared to really try to test that nigga and really fight or do anything towards him. And then they knew he had 3 beast ass students. So when this shit starts spreading to among the people, among the Konoha, niggas that's coming in, travelers, merchants, all them niggas that's coming in and leaving Konoha, they pick up on that information at taverns, or you know what I'm saying, inns, or wherever they at, wherever they doing it, they shit at, and they start spreading it. So that shit spreads out into the world rather fast. And there are some unsavory individuals that hear that news and feel a certain type of way about it. But you know, from that moment, you know what I'm saying, it been about like 2 weeks. You know, Naruto and them, they've been going on missions and shit and whatnot, and they've been doing little baby missions, bro. And Naruto, he complaining to this nigga Ray, right? Like he just sit there and he accept any mission he get on. But anytime he see Ray, he complains, bro. Like he just, like Ray is like his emotional sponge. That's who he can tell all his feelings to, and what was annoying him and what went wrong in his day. That's who he go to. That's who he confide in. So Ray He'd be going, he'd be out on missions and shit with Hiruzen, with Hiruzen, two Anbus and Ray. They be moving as a unit, going out on missions and shit. So Hiruzen actually be leaving the village now, which is fucking crazy. Cause like, he haven't did that in a very long time. So him being active, moving around, got a lot of niggas shook because, like I said, Hiruzen is a problem. So he taking Ray to all these different places, teaching him shit. And it's mostly about jutsus that he want Ray to learn or think Ray can learn. Because, first he tested Ray, chakra nature. And come to realize Ray have all of them. So he was like, oh shit, I haven't seen that since myself, but like he wasn't born with all of them. He worked hard to get all of them. He think Ray was just born with them. So he was like, damn, if he was born with them, and he can do, the ice from combining, wind and water. Could he theoretically combine other fucking nature energies and make KK and imitate other KK Genkais like that? Which, through experimentation, planning, finding, and whatnot. On his own, no. But, he got a system. So he's different. And that's the reason Hiruzen really started moving around and going places, doing shit, is because he started realizing that anything he can give to Ray absorb it. Like he picked that shit up and he take it in. So he's like, oh shit, this is gonna be my greatest students. Like this is somebody he can put everything in. Not just one thing. He don't have to optimize him for one way. Cause Ray can learn everything from what is being seen. He don't know about the KK Genkai part where he can imitate other KK Genkais and shit like that. He don't know that part because Ray haven't really gotten that far. He haven't really met the necessary requirements to do that. But as far as learning juices, learning fighting styles, all that shit, he do pretty well. I'm saying it only been 2 weeks, but he already got him a contract with the monkey king spirit. Emma. So he already got a contract with Emma. And he don't really do contracts like that. The only reason he did a contract with Ray is because Hiruzen asked him, and B is when he was all right, before he do a contract, summon the staff and put the staff in his hand and he gonna have to show me something. So he had a staff, Enema had a staff, and they were fighting, and as they was fighting, he was seeing, he was like, oh, he getting pretty good, ain't he? And Hiruzen just sitting there, smiling, happy, and Enema haven't seen him that happy in a long time. So he okay, this kid this might be the one. Cause he testing his nature, because the Orochimaru did slip through. So he asked him questions to test his nature to see what type of person he is. And Hiruzen, he was trying to get him to not really do that for real because it's he's still young, but he passed flying colors. So, Enema, he was like, hey, yeah, he can summon me. But, his rules is don't if how it works for him is if he's with Hashiram, not Hashiram, damn, my fault, damn, Hiruzen, he not Ray can't summon him. You're not gonna be able to summon me if I'm with Hiruzen. Which, obviously Ray don't really care about. He wasn't really planning on using the summon for real anyway. It was just something he got. So he was like, cool, now that I have it, if he wanted to go the sage route, he ain't never seen like he seen fucking frog sage mode, but you know what I'm saying? Like monkey sage mode might be something completely fucking different. It might have his own different martial arts. It might have his own different like shit that goes with it. So all he really wanted was to get close to getting a sage mode from anything. So he like, I mean, yeah, hey, that's all he really needed. But he ain't rushing for it. Like he just setting things up and like building his path. And he planning most of it. Like he's looking in the distance to see, okay, when I start to pave this road, you know what I'm saying? Which way do I want to go? So that's pretty much the last thing they was doing. You know, Hiruzen was teaching him his ash shit that he do. The little ash stuff that he do that he ignite and you know set that shit on fire, which is fucking hard. That shit hard as hell. I don't know the name of it, but it's hard. He taught him that. He let him train and shit. You know what I'm saying? He getting them physically like up there. You know what I'm saying? He showing him a few little secret tips and tricks and shit that he learned on his own. And now they back in the village. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what was happening for Ray side. On Naruto side, it was it was bad because the bell test like happened differently. Naruto don't have a problem like teaming up with anybody because he used to it. He know even if he is like physically the strongest, that other people input and help could get him like can push him further down the path that he want to go. So he wasn't really like trying not to team with Sasuke and Sakura, but them niggas was like they was blackballing him. So you know it kind of went a little bit to Kennen where he did feel like damn I might as well try to do it on my own because he tried to set up a plan. They just didn't listen to him. And like, you know what I'm saying? Sasuke still have his various reasons of why he being a little dickhead. And Sakura, she just riding dick. She just don't know how to get off. So it happened kinda to Kennen, besides the fact that when Naruto and Kakashi like run the hands, Naruto do extremely well. In the sense that it's like he already he already like kind of fought with Kakashi a little bit. Not enough to like be able to predict his moves or nothing like that. But he kind of can see Kakashi's style. Like he know his nature of how he fight right now, which is not too serious. It's just he do enough, but he's not like overly like aggressive or anything. He just do what he feel like he need to do. So Naruto, when he go at him at like 30%, not nowhere near his max strength, max speed, or any of that. He go at him 30% just to fill him out, to look for gaps and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He do see that his eyes covered, so like you know what I'm saying. That's a potential weakness. And like they really just sparring, clashing, breaking away from each other, throwing kunais and all that. But like he's trying to read Kakashi. And Kakashi, he had to put that book away damn near immediately. Cause he was like, oh, okay, like he can't just baby Naruto because that nigga hit hard. And then he do shit that he don't expect him to do. Like he'd throw a punch, and then if Kakashi dodged that punch, he would just spin and try to throw a fucking elbow or throw knees and fucking leg kicks and shit. And he like, bro, what wrong with this dude? Like he caught him, kicked him right in the shins, and almost broke his shit. He was like, "All right, bro, I'm not about to go easy on him." So they going at it. You know what I'm saying? Sasuke used the opportunity to like try to get Kakashi by throwing shurikens, but while Naruto and Kakashi was fighting, so like Kakashi had to move Naruto out the way so he didn't get hit. Which is like Kakashi did that because you know what I'm saying he cared about Naruto, right? He would have did that for Sakura, he would have did that for Sasuke. It's just because he's a good person. And you know, that was just like a lapse in judgment. Because if he would have been paying attention, like Naruto could have dodged that, but like he really didn't give him the chance to. So that happened, right? Naruto he had his hand on the bell and he could have just ripped it off when Kakashi did that, but he just let it go because he was like he don't even want to win like that. Like yeah, Raven trying to teach him like the way of what it means to be a ninja, meaning like winning by any means necessary. But that's just not in Naruto's character. That's the one thing they gonna butt heads on for the forever. Is that it's just not in his character. He's just too nice. He have a fairness to him, and he have a different outlook on how ninjas should operate and what they should and shouldn't do. So just because he could have taken advantage of Kakashi right there, don't mean he gonna do it. Ray, he would have capitalized on that because that's just what they get taught to be as a ninja. Capitalize on weakness. You know, Kakashi, he seen it. You know what I'm saying? He tell Naruto that he could go wait near the poles. And Naruto like, what did that mean? I didn't get the bills. And he was like, you don't need to worry about what that means. But right now, you could just go rest. Right? He body flicker. You know what I'm saying? He go fucking Genjutsu Sakura because she fucking stupid. And he beat the brakes off that boy Sasuke. I'm telling you, like, well y'all think what he did in canon was kind of bad. No, this nigga when he grabbed that nigga by the back of the head, he make that nigga eat tree bark. Like, then he slam his head into the ground, grab his arm, and sit on that nigga's back. And you know, Sasuke, he like struggling, trying to move and shit. And he like, it's over. And then he was like, what made you think it would be okay to throw shurikens while one of your comrades was in line of fire? Right? And you know, Sasuke, he being himself, so you know, he answered and he's like, what do you mean, Conrad? And he was like, a fellow Leaf Shinobi. And he was like, do you just think that his life was expendable to reach your goals? And you know what I'm saying, Sasuke, he thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? He not gonna answer because in his mind, shit, maybe. So, you know what I'm saying? He like shit. He if he had to, he would knock that nigga off to get his way. But he not gonna say that because that's not what Kakashi looking for. And Kakashi, you know what I'm saying, he was looking at this nigga through the lens of somebody he should be helping and enabling. But after what he just seen, he kinda not really looking through those rose tinted glasses right now. He looking at that nigga like in reality. And he looking at his face, looking at his facial expression and shit, and he realizing, nah, this nigga, he needs some guidance or he gon' fucking crash out and burn. So you know what I'm saying? Kakashi, he like, hold that thought, right? And you know what I'm saying? Sasuke, he looking at him, and you know, he look and he pull his headband up, and you know, he see that one fucking Sharingan, that nigga start looking like he about to tweak out, and then he get Genjutsu, and he wake up tied to a pole next to Sakura, and that nigga Naruto just sitting there, and you know, they asking what happened, and Naruto saying like, well, Kakashi said that he might as well rest and eat before they start again. But if they fail this time, the only person that's gonna pass is him because he actually got his hands on the belt. And then Sakura, she was like, you were passing, not me. You're not even that smart. Da, 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 da. She started just mouthing. He was like, I mean, it really don't matter about intelligence. I have enough intelligence to know when to shut the fuck up. And when you talking like you so smart, and he stand up, he got his bento box in his hand, and he look at her, and he was like, but you're tied to a pole in front of me, and I'm not tied up. And she shut up immediately because she realized, yeah, he could really beat on me right now, and I would not be able to do anything about it. And then she was like, just untie me, Naruto. Like trying to use the fact that she know he like her to her advantage. Right? So she trying to like kind of nice talk him a little bit. And he just look at her and he's like, no. Well, fuck, why would I risk my position for you? You wouldn't do that for me. And she was like, what do you mean I wouldn't do that for you? You don't know that. He's like, I do. I know that you wouldn't even talk to me like this unless you need something. And Sasuke, he's just sitting there. He's still thinking about the fact that Kakashi got a Sharingan. So like that's still a thing that's replaying in his mind because he's trying to figure out, damn, how did he got that? Where did he get that from? Is he an Uchiha? Because when he introduced himself as Kakashi Hatake. So he like was that a false name? Why he only got one? So that nigga mind spinning because he like I might have family out here, but it ain't nobody that I know, and that shit. And Naruto, he sitting there, he looking at that nigga, looking like he on the verge of tears, and Sakura just being herself. So he opened up the other two bento boxes and shit, and Sakura, she was like, "So you just gonna sit there and eat my food?" And he was like, "Shut up! I was about to feed y'all, but like, if you keep talking, I'm not gonna do that, right?" And she was like, "I don't need you to feed me." And then Sasuke, he like, hey, I'm gonna need some strength to fight that boy Kakashi, and he hungry. So he was like, I said, Naruto, if you don't mind, I would appreciate it if I'm saying you hand me one of those. And he was like, all right. So I'm saying he hand him some, and then he I'm saying he eating this shit, and Sakura sitting there watching fucking Naruto feed this nigga Sasuke, and like her mind fucking reeling in pain, and these niggas just doing a basic thing, like it's not nothing at any type of capacity. But she taking that shit and she like, no, he's doing that to my Sasuke. You know what I'm saying? Being delusional. So, what I'm saying? Sasuke, he completely done. He finished his bento box and shit. And then, what I'm saying? He asked Naruto, so what is his plans for, dealing with Kakashi? Naruto was like, well, I mean, I was trying to explain my plan earlier, but you didn't even want to listen to me. And see, normally Naruto would have just got into the plan part and then just ignored that part of it. But now he a little bit more, how do I explain it? Like, I wouldn't say petty, but like when somebody treat him away, he address it. He don't just let that shit slide now. Canon Naruto would have just immediately tried to get to the plan, and he would just start trying to explain his idea and stuff like that because they willing to listen now. This nigga's like, no, I tried to tell y'all. Y'all didn't want to fucking listen to me, so why are you asking me now? And that nigga Sasuke, he like, what I'm saying, I'm sorry, what I'm saying, I shouldn't have did that. I should have listened, or at least, what I'm saying, gave it a shot, because if the plan wasn't good, we could have just formulated a new plan. But I immediately just didn't even want to like listen. Naruto, he like, this nigga might not be that bad. That's what he thinking to himself. And Sakura, she's sitting there and she's saying that this nigga Sasuke maturing before her very eyes. He accepted help. He's apologizing. He doing all types of shit he ain't did. And the reason he doing that is because what Ray said to him is really starting to hit home. Now that it's like other situations is starting to reinforce the words that Ray planted in his head. That like, bro, being strong don't mean nothing if you're not smart, if you don't got a good strategy, if you ain't got teamwork, if you ain't got all these other things that could just make you better. Going after power for the sake of power is gonna lead him to ruin. So now he's starting to think like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I could use my team to be another form of power. So like, you know what I'm saying? He listening, you know, Sakura, you know, her stomach start growling and shit. You know, Sasuke asks if, you know, Naruto would be willing to feed her and shit like that. He like, I don't know. You know, Sakura, you know, she finally like, I'm sorry, could you? And he like, all right. And you know, he about to do it. And then Kakashi pop up. And he was like, you. And then, you know what I'm saying, Naruto and them, they looking, they like, oh, fuck. And then he tell them they pass. You know, he tell them the canon part of, you know what I'm saying, ninjas, you know what I'm saying, that disobey fucking orders and shit is scum, but ninjas that you know, backstab and betray their friends are even worse than scum. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. I don't know if that's word for word, but it was something along those lines. And you know what I'm saying, nah, they pass. And that's when they had to start doing their missions and whatnot. But you know, I had to flashback to get up to part of what happened. So that was 2 weeks ago. But they've been doing little missions and you know little basic stuff since then. Team building exercises, which it's not really going too hard because Sasuke is open to learning and teaming with Naruto because he don't perceive Naruto as a waste of space, useless person. Because he actually starting to see Naruto for who he is and not who he thought he was. Because a while back, Naruto was just canon Naruto, but he changed from that a long time ago, and nobody else really noticed that. Like they knew his attitude was different. He was a little nastier with the words and shit that he say, but like they wasn't really up on him being different mentally. So he more willing to actually work with Naruto because Naruto ain't something that's gonna hold him back. So it worked like this: Naruto and Sasuke, they're willing to work with each other, and then Sasuke forced Sakura to work. So it's almost a triangle, and it can become a triangle if one part force more energy onto another. Yeah, well, fuck, I just yarned, but that's pretty much what was happening. They team building, you know what I'm saying? Kakashi, he not he not just like doing missions for the sake of missions and then he leaving them to their own devices like he would normally do. Now when they do missions, you know, after a mission, he want a debrief. He want them to tell him what they learned on the mission, like what was their thought process during the mission and what they would do different through going and experiencing what they experienced. And then he also do little like after mission little sparring training section things, where it's like whether they working on the like chakra control or something like that. Like he kind of moved up the pacing of what he was gonna already do. So he already start, you know what I'm saying, training Naruto and them into, you know, chakra control and shit. Uh yeah, they both terrible. It don't take Naruto too long, like, to learn it. It just his control is just really poor. But like he can get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Kakashi's an easier fucking teacher to please than fucking Ray was. Ray was like on his ass to the point where he was like, nah, you're not doing that right. Your chakra control is not perfect. This, that, and the third. Like Naruto getting up the tree by leaving little indents. Kakashi's like, oh yeah, he can build from that. Ray will be like, no, I don't count that at all. That's not even a fucking point. That's disgusting. So they just different teachers. You know, and Sasuke, he not like, how do I explain it? Like he prideful still, but he not like too prideful to the fact where he not open to learning from somebody else. Or he'd be like, damn, I'm not gonna ask for help. And you know, Kakashi saying that, and he like, you know, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? He keeps shaking that nigga off every time he try to ask him about the fucking Sharingan that he got done. Cause you know, that shit bring up pain. But you know, he tell him that, you know, one of these days he gonna inform him the story behind it. Like he ain't shaking him off to the point where you just saying like he ain't never gonna bring it up. But he like, one of these days I'll tell you the story behind like my Sharingan. And you know, saying, you know, Sasuke got something to look forward to, like that story, you know what I'm saying, and you know, any other stories that he might have related to it. Cause he still ain't got his Sharingans yet. So like, you know what I'm saying, he's still unawakened. But that's pretty much what been happening up to so why Ray was gone. But Ray and them are coming back now because they was leaving, of course. But like where they was going was to the land of waves to get Jiraiya. So like, all as they was going out training, you know, just doing shit on their way there, they was going to collect Jiraiya. Cause Hiruzen told him, "Hey, come back." And you know, Jiraiya, he was like, "Yeah, I'm kind of busy." Da 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 da. And Hiruzen like, "Oh, okay, you busy? Okay." And then he was like, "Nah, we gonna go pull up on that nigga, cause I want to see how busy he really is." So Naruto, situation, I kind of cleared that. You know what I'm saying? I'm checklisting myself in my head. My fault. But yeah. So Ray and Hiruzen and the two Anbu, like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even no point in giving out them niggas names, because if I say who they are right now, then you know a lot of niggas gonna be like, oh shit, that's them. You know what I'm saying? Because these niggas are recognizable. Like it's a trio of them, but right now only two of them are there. I would drop that hint. One of them is really good at using a sword, and those are the only hints I'm really gonna drop about who these three are. Actually, I think it's four of them. Now that I think about it, I think it's actually four of them. Yeah, it is four of them. It's four of them. But you know what I'm saying, only two of them are here right now. And you know, they get there, they get to the town. You know, Hiruzen, you know, his sensory ninjutsu is elite, but at the same time, he won't to have Ray find Jiraiya, and they just gonna watch, cause you know he know that fucking Ray has a super sensitive, like keen way of tracking people, but he don't know how it works, because you know we know it's the system, but he don't know that. So he tell him, you know what I'm saying, you know, the type of what you're looking for, and Ray was like, nah, I don't want no clues or any of that. Like I wanna see if I can just find him just off knowing he's male, his age, and nothing else. And you know what I'm saying, Hiruzen, he starts smiling. You like, okay. The Ambus, you know, they not like just silent fucking root Ambu. They actually got personalities and shit. They be talking and laughing, that type of stuff. And you know, one of them, he like, I got 100 that say he found him. And the other one's like, I got 100 that say he don't. And he was like, all right. And he was like, well, you don't understand it. That kid's good. And he know because he would switch out with the other Ambus that were watching Naruto. So he know that for some weird reason he could literally just see them. So he already experienced it. He like, I know, bro. I don't know what it is, but I know he got it. So Ray, he started walking through the town and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Off the small amount of information that he did get, you know what I'm saying, from Hiruzen, which was, you know what I'm saying, height, age, and the places he could be. So like, you know, he walking around searching for these different hot springs and shit, and he's like, well, why would he be in any of these places? And then he remembered who he actually looking for. Like he was getting so absorbed in the world that he forgot he's a reincarnate. And he remembered who this person actually is. And he was like, oh yeah, I know exactly why he would be here. So he walking around, he looking around and stuff, you know what I'm saying? He got a what are they called? A kimono. Yeah, he got one of those on and shit, cause you know this little hot spring town and shit. So he walking through, you know what I'm saying? He getting free stuff from like, you know what I'm saying, different stalls and whatnot, cause you know, people just want to give him stuff, right? So he walking through, he got a little mask on the side of his head. They got like a little festival going on. So he got a little mask on the side of his head. You know what I'm saying? He eating little dongos and shit. And he walking around, he looking around. So Ruse and them, they still watching him. He looked back and he looked to where they are, but they in hiding. So, you know, they watching him from a far distance, but you know, he still looked back to see them. So they're like, yeah. And Hiruzen, he looked and he like, yeah, that's kinda scary, ain't it? And the Ambu dude that witnessed it for years, he was like, you have no idea. He was like, he's sharp. So he looking around and like he see Jiraiya, and you know, this is because his eyes show the little panel, he show their age, name, all that. They clan affiliate, all of that information. So he was just looking at different people. And then he spot him. Like he don't actually see him, but he was looking in the direction of where he is. So the screen popped up to show that he's over there. So he just start walking towards it. And Ruzen, them, they just observing. They're like, oh, okay, he's heading in this direction now. You know what I'm saying? You know, he fucking moved the bushes open. And who did he see just sitting there squatted with a big ass telescope? Jiraiya. So Jiraiya looked back and he like, oh shit. And like, you know what I'm saying, bro, he panicking. And Ray just staring at him. And he was like, what are you doing? And he was like, I'm right. So then Ray looked forward and you know what I'm saying, he see, you know, the women's bath and shit. And he looked down at him again. And now he just staring at him like, ain't no fucking way you real life do this. Like this is real life. And he actually does this. And he was like, when it was an anime, it was like a gag thing. It was like, some people probably found it funny. But as it is real, it's real now. So he's just staring down at that nigga in disgust and disappointment. And he's just looking at him like, what even are you? So, you know, Jiraiya, he's sitting there, he like, damn, bro. I'm about to get my shit cooked. You know, the women, they start talking and shit. And, you know, they like, what's going on over there? Right? And he like, So like he jumped forward, you know what I'm saying, and like grabbed this nigga Ray and like body flicker away. Right? So, you know what I'm saying, that happened. Ray, you know, grabbed this nigga finger and like try to break his finger. So like, you know, he pushed that nigga off him and shit, you know what I'm saying, to free him. He looked down at his hand, at his finger and shit. And he like, what the fuck? Like, cause you know, he ain't never really seen nobody go for somebody's finger like that. So he like, what is your problem? He was like, what is my problem? What is your problem? You can't just grab somebody like that. And you know what I'm saying? You know, Jiraiya, he like, well, my fault. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot. Ha ha, my fault. And Ray's still just staring at that nigga in disgust. And he's like, you who I was sent to find? And you know what I'm saying? Then Jiraiya gets serious because, he don't see no clan affiliate, no shinobi like headbands or nothing like that. So he don't know where he from or who he could be. So he kinda on guard and he's like, who sent you? And he was like, my teacher. And he was like, and he pull a scroll out and he throw it at that nigga. He catch it, he open it, he start reading it. Cause he already got a letter the first time. So now he reading his scroll. And his scroll basically listing off a plethora of embarrassing information about him that Hiruzen has. Yeah, he's just gonna blackmail him. You're like, bro, did you forget I know your whole life story? I know everything about you, little boy. So y'all gonna be in the village when I tell you to be. Or I'm gonna start publicizing this. I'm gonna start writing some books, actually. So Jiraiya, he reading this, and he was like, this is a bluff. He wouldn't actually do this. And he was like, anyway, I have things to do, so be on your way. And you know what I'm saying? He turned around and Ray's right in front of him. So he looked back, and he looked back in front of him. He's like, what the fuck? And he was like, no. You're coming back to the village. You don't have a choice. And you know what I'm saying? Jiraiya, he started laughing because he like, oh yeah? And who gonna make me go back? You? So, you know what I'm saying? Ray, he like, you know what I'm saying? He wanna fight that nigga Jiraiya. He wanna see if he actually that good. Because it's really just to see where he rank. So he like, actually, yeah. So he rushed that nigga. He run forward. He using his normal speed right now. So you know what I'm saying? It's not a body flicker or a fucking thunder god, right? But he is fast. You know what I'm saying? He throw a punch. Jiraiya blocked the punch. And then Ray fucking, you know what I'm saying? He had his other hand hidden. And like he used that to fucking use his knuckle to fucking punch that nigga, like hit him right in the chest. And you know what I'm saying? Jiraiya grabbed his wrist, he spin, he tried to knee Jiraiya in the side of the head. Jiraiya blocked with his other arm. And then Ray fucking hit him with a knuckle right in the rib. And you know, Jiraiya push him off him and he looking at him and he like it don't hurt really, really bad. Like the rib one hurt it worse than when he got poked in the chest. So like he like, damn, that one actually hurt it really, really bad. But the chest one didn't really hurt that bad. But he realized he fight weird. Like really weird. And he was like, you're coming back with me. And he like, yeah, you gonna have to fight way harder than that if you think you gonna make me go back to the village when I don't want to. And he was like, do you know who I am? And he was like, yeah, I know who you are. But do you know who I am? And he's like, some brat. And he was like, yeah, some brat that you dropped your guard against. Shinobi, that's a Shinobi rule, bro. And he like, what? And he looked down at his chest, and that motherfucking that tag on his chest. He like, what is this? And he fucking stopped feeling his body. He started falling over, and Ray just let him face plant. He literally just sat there and let him face plant. So he fall on his face. You know what I'm saying? He like, oh, what the fuck? Because like paralysis tags ain't really a thing. So he like, what the fuck? This is new. So, you know, he started, you know, trying to break it off like you do any other thing. Right? And then Ray just walk up to him, start fucking pulling out more tags and just sticking them on him. And he just like pretty much just mummifying him, just wrapping him up in all these paralysis tags. Because he about to be like, yeah, I'm just gonna pick you up and take you. You don't got a choice. So Hiruzen jumped down with the Ambu, right? One Ambu handing the other one money, and Hiruzen, he laughing. And you know what I'm saying? Jiraiya, he heard him laugh, but he can't lift his face to see him. So Ray lifts his face so he can see Hiruzen. And Hiruzen looking at him, and he laughed. He was like, how do you like your new junior brother?" And he like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, this is my new student." And he was like, "I heard that information, but I thought that was just a lie being spread. You actually training this brat?" And he like, "Yeah, he's pretty good, ain't he?" And he like, "What he?" And Hiruzen, he give him that look like, "Don't ask about it, bro. Just leave it where it's at." So, you know what I'm saying? Hiruzen tell Ray to remove the tags and shit. So Ray begrudgingly he removed the tags. But like that nigga's like, yeah, yeah, I won. But at the same time, he know he didn't really win because if Jiraiya was serious, it ain't no way on hell he would have caught him with that shit. But the fact that he was looking down on him because he's a kid was the reason he lost, which solidified in his head that right now it's the best time for him to enact his plans because other shinobis will look down on him because he's a kid. Once he get older, like they're not gonna be as quick to look down on him. So you know he's thinking like, yeah, like he got to enact his plans right now while he's young to go get the shit that he want, cause he gonna invade the boulder because he want fucking particle release. He gonna invade the sand because they got magnet release and shit like that, which is scrolls that he want. He gonna go to the cloud because they got lightning release and they got a very unique lightning style technique that he want to learn, and that's some hell stabs. You know what I'm saying? He want the three fingers of death because that with Flying Thunder God, like the lightning cloak, hell stab mode with Flying Thunder God, that shit right there, unbeatable. Like it's literally unbeatable. You can't beat it. So he got a plan to go to other fucking villages and basically just clean they shit out. So, you know, he thinking on how fast he gonna be able to do that and how he gonna get permission from Hiruzen to go do it because, you know, Hiruzen is doting on him kinda heavily, you know what I'm saying, treating him like a son. You know, it is what it is and whatnot. But, Jiraiya, he's sitting there and you know what I'm saying, him and Hiruzen talking. And he ain't like disrespectful, but at the same time, he not completely disrespectful is what I want to say. But at the same time, he is talking from a place of being like, bro, like I told you I didn't want to be there. Like you can't make me do it. And Ray just sitting there looking at this nigga, mugging the fuck out of him, like just staring at him. Cause like it went from, yeah, let me just test myself against him to see if he's actually like that, to like, no, I might have to kill this nigga. Because, once again, Hiruzen is like a dad to this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, it only been a short period of time. But them bonds form pretty fast when you learning about somebody. Because Hiruzen's a character that like he have a lot of nuances and like he got a lot of backstory in life, but it's never really explored. He never really got the opportunity to talk about it. We never got a book to explain it, to explain what he went through. We just get little small glimpses of his life, but never the full story. So the shit Ray was learning about him that they was talking about, you know what I'm saying? Emma was telling him, it made him start to see Hiruzen in a different light. Because he was like, damn, like, bro, he really been going through it like his whole life. And not too many characters can say that. Like they've been going through it their entire life. He been going through it his entire life. So, Ray starting to get mad. You know what I'm saying? Hiruzen, he's seeing that. But he ain't like he not like angrily like scouring or anything. But he can see that he balled his fist up. So he can see that he getting agitated, but he don't know where he is, like where he ranking in his level of anger. But then he see him like lift his fucking his sleeve up and like what I'm saying, he started like taking off his fucking he started fidgeting with the fucking the straps on his weights that's on his arms, and he like, oh nah. Oh nah, he angry because yeah, he got weights and shit, like what I'm saying, like how Rock Lee had weights, he got weights that he wear on his arms, legs, and one on his center part of his body, like a vest, and it doubles for like A, training, weight, and B, as protection. If anybody was to ever hit him, they'd be just hitting metal. And that's that's because, that boy Naruto catching up to him, and like he feel like, he gotta be ahead of Naruto because like how do I explain it? Like he feel like he have to be ahead of Naruto because like how the situation is, because like mentally he's older than Naruto, even though physically he not. But mentally he older than Naruto. So like he feel like because he is older than him and with the mental stuff and the shit that he know, he got to be the big brother. But like Naruto is actually older than him. So like when it comes to that little bro big bro shit, it's really like what I'm saying, it's a thing where he like, damn, I'm not trying to get little bro. So he actually like, damn, no, I need to actually kick my shit up a notch. And also, because he planning to go rob other villages and whatnot. So he do need to be faster and stronger. And what's the best way to get fast and strong quickly? So that's pretty much what he was doing. He was doing weight and whatnot. It ain't nothing crazy. Like he ain't on no Rock Lee level of weights or nothing like that yet, because he really just started. So it would make a small difference, but not like a major difference. And Hiruzen, he basically trying to stop him because he like, yeah, nah, he angry, like he was about to actually take the weights off and get serious. So Hiruzen explained that what I'm saying, he need to come back to the village because it's about Naruto. And Jiraiya heard that, and then that's when he actually like get serious, and he was like, what happened to Naruto? Like what's going on with Naruto? And then he started telling him about what's going on with Naruto, like, what I'm saying, how the village has been treating them and shit and whatnot. And it been a real long time since Jiraiya been back. Like a really, really long time. So all this shit is news to him. He like, what? He like, how come? And then, he started, start explaining like, come in. He do the little sound barrier and whatnot. The Ambu niggas, they guarding the outside, and it's him, you know, Hiruzen, Jiraiya, and Ray. And he started explaining that it was Donzo's fault, but like he can't prove that it's Donzo's fault. And then the elders, they always on Donzo's side. So like even if he could prove it, he wouldn't be able to go after any type of capital punishment or anything like that. They would give him a slap on the wrist, and it'd be the end of it. But it was Donzo's fault. So Naruto, what I'm saying, he ain't got too many good opportunities and stuff like that going for him. Besides the fact that he got a brother, what I'm saying, and Ray, and he like, what? And what I'm saying, Ray, he looking at him, and he was like, yeah, they pretty much inseparable. But what I'm saying, now that he's teaching Ray, he needs somebody to teach Naruto. That's why he was trying. He wanted to bring him to the village, is because Naruto need a teacher. Like he's at a point where it ain't much else he can learn that's just basic. Like he need guidance. Is basically what he's saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? As far as like techniques and whatnot, he don't really need too much help because he already making his own way. But he need guidance. He needs somebody that's going you know what I'm saying, pour into him. You know what I'm saying? So Jiraiya, he stopped being a little motherfucking little selfish little motherfucker. And he like, all right. And then you look at Ray and he's like, so you and Naruto, huh? You know what I'm saying? And Ray, he just died. He was like, so how long have you known him? And he was like, 4 years, around there, give or take. And you know what I'm saying? He like, hmm. You know what I'm saying? The barrier get dropped and he asking him about Naruto now, because he curious. He was like, so what was he like when you met him? And he was like, when I met him, I was sitting on a staircase and like, you know, I just I just got to the village. I lost my family and whatnot. And, he explained that, and I'm saying the whole family got motherfucking got done dirty. So, you know what I'm saying? Jiraiya, he like, damn. Hiruzen already know this, you know what I'm saying? He been confided in Hiruzen about this. So Hiruzen already hearing it. Like he hearing the story again. But every time he hear the story, he like, damn. Like that's a lot to go through. So he was like, he was already fucking up and sad and shit. Then he seen Naruto coming up the stairs, and like Naruto like I spoke to him. So he looked at him and he was looking at him, and he was like, and the first thing he noticed was Naruto eyes was like really really blue, but they was so dark that he could have sworn they was black. And Jiraiya's like, what do you mean? He was like, because like it was just the negative shit he was going through. Like his life was just so much worse than his that he could see it. And mind you, he's saying this like, I just lost my mom, my sister, my brother, my dad, all dead. All them died, bro. But like he look at this nigga and he's like, nah, this nigga he must have went through something worse than me, because the pain he seen to him was a completely different level. So he saw that and like he was like, damn. So he was expecting him to be like antisocial and like, you know what I'm saying, standoffish and, wanting to be by himself and left alone like he was. But no, Naruto started talking to him, being nice to him, sharing with him. And he like, damn, how can he be this nice when he went through what he went through? Like he don't know what he went through yet, but he went through something to have eyes like that. You don't just get those. Those are something that have to develop. And from the moment they met, you know what I'm saying? They spent the night. He spent the night at Naruto house and shit. And since then, they basically been family. He know everything about me. I know everything about him. You know what I'm saying? We exchange jutsu sometimes when we find something interesting and whatnot. Jiraiya, he rubbing his chin, he thinking about it and shit. You know what I'm saying? He like, damn. And he looking at Hiruzen and he like, damn. So he tried to get on that hot horse a little bit. He asked Hiruzen, he was like, if it was that bad, why didn't you never tell me? Why didn't you call me back to the village? And he was like, I didn't think you would care. And that kind of punched that nigga Jiraiya right in the fucking chest, like, bitch. Cause he like, you didn't think I would care. And he was like, that's my. And then he looked at Ray, and Hiruzen look at him. He was like, he knows. He was like, that's my, what I'm saying, that's basically his godson. And he was like, yeah. And then Hiruzen tell him, what I'm saying, he was like, yeah, that's your godson. You know what I'm saying? Not too many people know that, but I know that. You know that. But where were you? And like, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, I didn't know. And he was like, but did you need to know? You never checked in on him. So it's more like you didn't want to know. And you know what I'm saying? Hiruzen's hey, and hey, he talking facts though. You can't dispute anything he's saying. That is straight facts. If he wanted to, he could have came to the village whenever he wanted to check in on Naruto. He just didn't, which is understandable because he went through his own life trials and his own pain, and he lost fucking Minato and Kushina and shit. Like you know, what I'm saying he was going through shit. Like he lost some shit too, but at the same time, he should have been there for Naruto, and he wasn't. So you know, he stopped talking. And, you know, what I'm saying he's just sitting there dwelling on it and whatnot. And then you know, Ray, he pipe up a little bit because you know right now you know tension's kind of high. But Ruzen, he telling the truth, but at the same time, he could have most definitely softened that up a little bit. Like he could have most definitely softened that up a little bit. He didn't want to though. He wanted that nigga. He like Jiraiya, you too damn old to still be acting like a little ass kid. That's how he's seen it because he was like at a certain point you got to understand, and accept responsibility, and give back to the younger generation. Because that's how he is. That's what he was doing. He was giving back to the younger generation and whatnot. But you know, Jiraiya was all wanted to write books and shit. He's like, man, you want to be an author? Niggas out here dying. So you know, Ray speak up and he explained that you know Naruto, you know he better now. You know what I'm saying? He gets stronger, literally as the day go on. You know what I'm saying? He still got his personality of being like open and honest. And if you walk up and you show goodwill and good intentions, he'll reciprocate. So it wouldn't be hard for you to build a relationship with him because he's open to everybody. That's like his greatest like character trait, but also his greatest flaw. And you know what I'm saying? Hiruzen and Jiraiya, they look at him and they're like, "What do you mean by that?" And he was like, "Yeah, he open to everybody and he accept everybody pain because he know pain. Like he know what it feel like to be hurt and to have nothing and to wanna have friends or to wanna have a family or to want something because of the pain he experienced. So he can see himself within everybody. And some people don't need that. Like they don't need somebody to understand them. And you know, Hiruzen, he looking like, whoa. And Jiraiya, he more so curious about what he's talking about. He's like, give me an example. He was like any enemy, whether they did what they did for good reasons on their own, or because something happened to them when they was young. It doesn't matter. An enemy is an enemy. You don't need to show compassion or empathy for our enemies, but he will because he that's just how he is. And you know what I'm saying? That nigga like, mmm, mmm, that that's true. You know what I'm saying? They are shinobis. And that's why he said that's his greatest character trait, but also his biggest flaw. And I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker getting pretty long. And I'm trying to go to sleep because I have to fucking go do some shit later on. So I'm trying to get a little nap in. So hey, like, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed already and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all enjoyed this part. I'm gonna catch y'all niggas in the next part. Peace.